You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney Theme Parks podcast, and this is show number 500 for Sunday, the 28th of April, 2024.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good chum Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Hello there, Jane.
Hello there, Michelle. Can I just clarify something?
Go on.
You did say show 500, didn't you?
I know. We have done this 499 times prior, and there are still people listening to us, Jane.
Oh, we can't be doing something that bad then, can we?
We have been running for 10 years. And when you think about it, that we are a UK-based podcast talking about predominantly the theme parks of the United States. Mm-hmm. We're both female and we're British. We are the longest running UK podcast of female hosts regarding Disney. And we have, apart from the odd exception here and there where we've maybe missed a week, we have not gone longer than missing a week all the way through since we started. And I think there's probably one hand we can count on where we've not released a show every week.
Yeah, because I mean, there's been occasions obviously where holidays have intervened, and we physically haven't had the time to do things, or we've had, illnesses and goodness knows what else. And there's been occasions where one of us hasn't been able to, so we've co-opted other people in. But it's not bad going. I feel we need a button, Michelle. We need like the birthday buttons. We need we've done 500 show buttons or something.
I've got actually some I'm celebrating buttons, and I think I'll share the picture on our Instagram because I do think it's something to be celebrated. And the fact that our podcast is available for free. Like if I was a subscriber to a magazine, I would be paying X amount of money to get this amazing content. Well, people can listen to us. It costs them nothing. And yes, if they wish, they can join our little band of Patreons and get the show earlier and get exclusive content. But yeah, I'm over the moon. We've been doing this malarkey for 10 years.
I know, and we get nothing for it, do we? Other than the love that we get from people who do take the time to listen to us, and we really do appreciate that.
And through this show, we have met the most amazing people that have become our friends because of doing this.
Exactly. And it comes back to what we've said numerous times on the show, that Disney is not just about theme parks. It's so much more. And a lot of it is about the connections that you make within this Disney community.
Yeah. I think my closest friends I have got have been made through the podcast, and that's you yourself, because the previous podcast, the Mini Minxes, your husband listened to, and that's how we met.
Exactly. Yeah, you find your tribe, don't you? I think that's the lesson to be learnt in all of this. It's like, find the thing that you're interested in, and you'll find the people that are akin to how you are.
Yeah, and we may not all agree on other things, such as politics and religion, whether certain attractions are worthwhile of your time or not, but we love each other still. And as I go through my contacts list in my phone, the number of people that have become very, very dear to me are due to this podcast. So basically, I think Jane and I just want to say thank you for listening to us, because otherwise it'd be two saddos talking on Skype.
Well, we might still be that as well, Michelle, but yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got a podcast, Jane.
We have, yeah.
And I gather this week you've dug out a little bit of history for us.
I've just got a couple of little bits because I thought they were quite cute, really. I can't get anything to the 28th, so I'm going to start on April the 27th. Now, 1959. This is a birthday. You'll love this, Michelle. This is the actress, singer and songwriter Sheena Easton.
Oh, Sheena Easton. Let me get this right. My baby takes the morning train. Yeah.
Yeah, now, I didn't realise that... I'll talk about her music to start off with. So she's the first recording artist in history to have top 5 hits on each of Billboard's singles charts. So she had Morning Train 9 to 5 on both the pop and adult contemporary charts. She had We've Got Tonight with Kenny Rogers, which was on the country chart, and then she had Sugar Walls, which was on both the R&B and the dance charts. Didn't know that. And I hadn't really realised that she got some credits because she's in the TV series Gargoyles as the voices of Robin, Canmore, Banshee, Molly and Fenella, 2 episodes of The Legend of Tarzan, and a voice in Phineas and Ferb. Didn't know that, you see.
I learn something every podcast, Jane.
Oh, don't we just? And then I'm going to stick with the era of the 1950s, but we're going to jump to the 29th of April. So 1958, another birth date, the actress Michelle Pfeiffer, very well-known actress, I think. We all know various different bits and bobs that she's appeared in. Obviously, some of the Marvel stuff of late, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Endgame, that type of thing. She was in Maleficent, of course, Mistress of Evil as Queen Ingrid. Now, what I didn't realise was that in her younger days, she played the role of Alice from Wonderland in the Disneyland Main Street Electrical Parade.
Oh.
How cool is that? I love that.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jane.
Two little bits, 2 random bits, but there you go.
Oh, I love random. I really, really do. So, Jane.
Michelle.
I am doing my official, I think everybody knows anyway, trip reveal that I will be going to Walt Disney World this coming August with my amazing, gorgeous, wonderful, inspirational friend Caroline, and we will be rocking it big style over at Pop Century for a couple of weeks of fun and laughter.
Yay!
And celebration.
Yeah.
Because it will be exactly 1 year to the day that Caroline successfully went through her kidney and pancreas transplant, and boy oh boy, that's going to be celebrated.
Absolutely deserves to be.
100%. So we are going to Walt Disney World. We are currently discussing daily our plans, but this week we had a curveball.
A curveball?
We had a curveball. Over the last few years, us Brits have been lulled into a false sense of security by Disney because our school summer holidays tend to end the very end of August, and then the schools reopen up again beginning of September. And pre-COVID, it was at the point that your Halloween decorations and your Halloween parties and your food and wine festival would always start literally the last day of August.
Mm-hmm.
But after COVID, to try and lull people into the parks, Disney extended their festivals. So Flower and Garden crept on, and literally there was only a couple of weeks break, and then it went straight into food and wine, starting all the way into July. But the dates have been released for this year. And it was a shock, I will be very honest. Caroline and I had made our plans that we were going to go and eat our way round World Showcase and try out some of the delights at the festival booths. But oh no, that is not to be, because the 2024 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, presented by Corsical, will happen 29th of August through November the 23rd.
Yeah, this is a bit of a surprise, actually, because I have to admit, I saw this, I thought I was scrolling through Instagram, as you do, and I saw it in my feed, and I thought, oh, somebody's typed that in wrong. You know, it's a typo. It's not the 29th of August. It should have been the 29th of July, at worst case. And then I realised I was actually looking at the Disney Parks Instagram feed. I thought, no, they haven't got it wrong then. That's right. And I was like, that's proper old school. That's going back to how I remember it being.
I am just praying to the Lord above that Mickey's Not So Scary is going to happen while we are there, because it is one of the major things on Caroline's to-do list. Because when we went the other year, our Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party night, it was awful. Caroline had not been feeling very well. It was raining. It was a miserable night. So I'm really hoping, above all hopes, that we get to go on one of our dates in August. So if there's any justice, please, 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 Disney, make it happen for me and Caroline.
It'd be interesting to see what the reasoning behind it all is, because obviously I know there's, as much as people, from like our point of view, having those extra long festivals has meant that if you're travelling from abroad, there's a greater chance of you hitting it right, so to speak. But I know then there's also been this comment that Epcot had turned into just a festival pavilion effectively, and you weren't getting that breather between. So, interesting.
I have a theory.
Okay.
And I hope my theory buds true, please. Disneyland is getting Pixar Fest, a celebration of all things Pixar. Correct. We have got Communicore Hall opening in June. The official date was on the news the other day. Is it the 10th? I'm sure it's the 10th. I want to say the 10th, yes, the 10th. We are getting a show in said building, which is a Pixar-based film show.
Okay.
So wouldn't it be good that, bearing in mind that Flower and Garden finishes earlier, Food and Wine starts later, that all these summer months where Disney's seemingly struggling to fill the park hotels in July and August, because let's be honest, if you've ever been to Walt Disney World in July and August, you know what I'm talking about. It is hotter than the surface of the sun. It is not pleasant. There are storms every day. You can't guarantee seeing a parade because of said weather. So wouldn't it be great if Disney have sort of shortened these festivals to bring something special in to celebrate Communicore Hall opening and have a festival type vibe going on where there might be some food offerings going. Maybe not the full festival experience, but I just can't see them not having some things going on in Communicore Hall. So my hope is something big, bad and beautiful is ready to be announced. And do you know what? It'd make my day if it was Pixar, or even better, Villainicious.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's not that far away. Normally Disney like to tease these things out if they're going to be doing something.
Yeah,
so,
but we keep on getting these offers in the UK about going July and August because they know when our school holidays are.
Absolutely,
and, throwing all of these offers to try and get us. Like the other week we had one with the Animal Kingdom Lodge. For literally a couple of £100 more, we could have upgraded from Pop to Animal Kingdom Lodge. That tells you Disney are not filling their deluxe hotels. They may be filling the value, but people aren't parting with their money at the top end of things. So I am praying to all things good in this world. Please, 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 can we have something during end of June, July and through August that makes us smile for those of us who are going? And I know I'm hearing the Wells family in the background going, come on Michelle, we're with you, we're going to fight, because they're doing an epic holiday this year. So
fingers and toes crossed for you.
Absolutely everything. Anyway, so that's the food and wine news, and what will be will be. If there isn't a food festival, then do you know what, we'll just revel in the fact that the crowds are going to be smaller.
Yeah, every cloud has a silver lining and all that.
Absolutely. We're going to be in the happiest place on earth, having an amazing holiday, celebrating, wearing our little buttons, and hopefully along the way we will have some fantastic experiences and memories to make up for the last time we were there when Caroline was so poorly.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
So we're going to do a show connected to that sort of concept of returning to the park, because Jane has murmured she is considering a return to Walt Disney World. She has got a lot of attractions that she needs to go and visit. However, there's a lot of dining that has completely and utterly changed.
Yeah, it's like even the places that I quote unquote know have all kind of changed anyway. Menus change, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It's great to see different menus coming along and stuff. So there's an element of, oh, I remember getting that from there, and I won't be able to do that anymore. But oh, look what's on this menu.
Yeah.
So it's swings and roundabouts.
And this saddle over here, I was sat down one night thinking, I wonder where at Walt Disney World I haven't eaten. And I have made a list, Jane, of all of the table service restaurants that I've never eaten at. To be honest, it's quite a small list. When you think about how many restaurants there are in Walt Disney World, taking away the hotels. But
yes.
There's a lot. And the fact that I've been able to eat in such a broad spectrum of them was quite surprising to me. But I have a list of some places that I would like to visit this year, and some of them I think I'm quite willing to go to, and some of them I think I'm going to need a lot of people on the podcast to persuade me to go there, because there's a few that I'm thinking, this is just not me.
Oh,
this is just not me. So,
right.
This is what we're going to be talking about on this week's show. Jane, let's crack it off. What's your number one?
Well, I think it's got to start at Hollywood Studios, because there's that Star Warsy bit,
Ooh.
that my husband might have a little bit of interest in.
A little. Passing interest.
A passing interest in. So I've gone for Docking Bay 7. Because obviously not eaten there.
True.
And it's somewhere therefore that would be on our list anyway. And I kind of hear good things about it. So it's like, and there's quite a lot of different things on there that we could pick from. There's, there's beef dishes, there's ribs, and there's tuna, and, so I am kind of drawn to it. And, we can be even healthy there, because there's the roasted Endorian chicken salad. So if we wanted to be really good, we could stick to being really good. Or if we didn't want to be quite so good, I'm going to say this wrong because I know I should be able to pronounce this, the Pigeonland hot chicken tip yip, because that's got a spicy chipotle sauce on crispy chicken, which sounds quite nice. So yeah, that would be probably the first one that springs to mind for me.
Can I also add in, Jane, if you are going to be dining in the world of Star Wars at Hollywood Studios, you need to get a Ronto wrap.
Yeah.
Because basically everybody raves about them, but for me, I walked past and smelt it and it just, no.
Oh, okay.
Got to get your milk, your blue and your green milk, and you've got to get your black calf coffee.
Well, coffee maybe, but the milks really don't appeal. Drinking something that's blue is just, that's in the milk variety. No.
Yeah, I tried them both and it's like, not for me personally, it's not my palate, but a lot of people really do like it. There's also the popcorn, but I know you and Symes probably not big popcorn people.
Not overly big popcorn, no. But say, a whole new land that we've not been to, so, lots to try.
And I hear tell that the queues are going to be so ridiculously long, you will need your sustenance, my love.
This is very true, yes.
The lines will be here forever. Okay, well, because you've been so gracious and mentioned Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
I am basically saying I've eaten everywhere I want to do at Hollywood Studios. There is one place I've not eaten, which is Hollywood and Vine. But for me, the price point, the characters don't attract me. I'm not paying $60 for a buffet. Not happening. So I really, really will not be going there. So I'm going to go to Epcot.
Okay.
Now, I did have an ADR for this place on my last Walt Disney World trip in the summer, but it got cancelled off. But I think this time I've watched quite a lot of reviews and I've realised why I probably cancelled it off and why I now want to do it this year.
Oh, okay. So where are we talking about?
La Crêperie de Paris.
Okay.
Now, they have two options. You can order off the menu, or you can have a fixed price menu. Now, I think at the time when I was looking, they only did the fixed price of $39.95. And I was like, hell no, that's too expensive. Not paying for that.
Right.
However, you can purchase things independently. So I'm not going to bother with the soup of the day or the salad. Both look humongous, by the way. So, no. I was probably going to go down the route of a buckwheat crepe, which is called a galette. And they have, oh Jane, this just sounds just so good. This is everything I love. It's raclette cheese, caramelised onions, bacon, and imported Bayonne ham. And it's called the Savoyard.
Bacon, ham and cheese. Yeah.
You can't go wrong, can you?
No.
Even Greggs do that combo in some puff pastry.
I think this might be a bit elevated than Greg's, though, love.
One would hope.
I would hope so.
These crepes are $18.50 and they are different to what you can get from the quick service. So for me, I'm absolutely going to go and try that. There are a range of dessert crepes that you can have as well. They're a little bit cheaper. They're $10.95. I think Caroline and I may share one if we can sort of make some agreement. There is one that does sort of make me go, and it's called a Melba peach, red berry sauce and almonds.
Nice combo.
But there is also hazelnut chocolate spread and whipped cream.
Oh, you see, I'd be ordering two and sharing both.
Yeah, or I might just order two and eat them both.
Well, that would work as well, obviously.
Yeah. So this year, for definite, it's on my ADR must-get list, Le Crêperie de Paris. Where are you off to next, Jane?
Animal Kingdom.
All right.
Yeah. Well, again, another land that we haven't had chance to explore is Pandora.
No way.
No, of course, yeah, because we were there in 2013, just before everything was, about to kick off. So Satuli Canteen, it's got to be, hasn't it? I've heard nothing but good things about Satuli, so it kind of looks to me like an elevated quick service type of experience. And looking on the menu, Simon and I just come back from Amsterdam. We discovered chimichurri. Don't know why it's taken us so long to discover chimichurri, and we're both kind of like big fans of it now. And there's a smoked chimichurri braised beef, and I'm thinking, yeah, I can see that's got mine and Simon's name on it. And if I'm not careful, Sam would have my portion as well, so I might have to choose something else. But just to make sure he doesn't get his hands on it, I might go for the chili garlic shrimp bowl instead. Or we could have a combine. See, I'm getting sidetracked because I could combine it. There is the combination bowl of braised beef and the wood grilled chicken as well. There's too many choices, Michelle. Help me.
I love it there because I can get the kids' version, and
Yes.
it's just enough to then splurge with the dessert.
Yeah. Well, I've not even looked at desserts. I'm getting sidetracked just by the mains, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Well, since you mentioned Animal Kingdom, I have got one place at Animal Kingdom I have not yet eaten at. Well, two.
Right.
Two. One of them is getting ruled out because it's a character breakfast or a character meal, and that's Tusker House. Just purely,
Okay.
again, price point, not going to do it.
No.
However, there's a place that I think now fits in really well with how I'm eating at the moment, and that's Yak and Yeti, and I've never heard anybody say anything bad about it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And they have some small plates that I could be quite happy with. They also have some shareables which are meant for two. Well, meant for two, I just have them for myself. Korean fried chicken, which is hand-breaded tenders tossed in a gochujang maple syrup dipping sauce. That for me, protein overload. I would be happy as Larry.
Yeah,
I don't even
definitely.
need to have a main entree, but looking at all of this, I know Caroline particularly likes one of the chicken and rice dishes. There's so many things on this menu. I got to do. I've got to do it. So I think Yak and Yeti is going to be added to my list.
Nice.
What about you next?
Well, shall we go to Epcot next?
Go on then.
I've got two at Epcot.
I think I can guess one of them.
Okay. So I'm going to start with Connections Eatery. Again, somewhere that's brand new that's opened, and only because everybody goes off about the General Sao Chow, whatever it is, chicken salad.
Oh, it's
So
so good.
I think because that is like the buzzword that gets mentioned with Connections, I think it would be rude not to go and try it.
However,
Oh, go on.
I did go at Christmas and I ate about 6 o'clock at night, and those pieces of chicken were nowhere near tender.
I've been sat out a bit.
Maybe I should have gone and said something. I was in one of those places where I didn't want to be a bolshy Brit, and I just sort of left it.
Yeah.
If I go again and I try it again and it's not perfect, I will say something.
Yeah. Well, I think that's on my list purely because I've heard so many good things about it. But I think the other place, and I'm going to guess, I think this is probably what you were thinking I was probably going to say, was the Regal Eagle Smokehouse.
Well, to be honest, I was going to suggest both of those places because, in my opinion, they are stellar choices. Absolutely stellar.
Well, as Sam and I are a bit of a carnivore-based couple, obviously the Smokehouse is just giving us lots and lots of different options that we could be very happy with. You know, the beef brisket kind of jumps out at me. To be fair, the pork ribs do as well. I mean, the burgers, we'll get rid of the bun anyway, but yeah, the burgers are quite nice. And then, you know, if you want to be handy, there is salad with chicken if we're going to be really boring. But, you know, there's smoked pork, but platter as well. There's just too many choices, so we'd have to go back repeatedly.
Yeah, I completely agree. In my opinion, that place is probably going to be my number one counter service place in Epcot right now, because they're just doing amazing things with the food, and you can always get a table because it's such a big place.
Yeah, I must admit, I remember going there and please somebody tell me what the name of the restaurant was beforehand, because we often used to go in there anyway, and it was always somewhere where you could go and get somewhere to sit. And they used to do an amazing apple cobbler in there, going back lots and lots and lots of years. But so it will be on the list.
Awesome. Well, just top tip, if you have banana pudding on the menu, stay clear.
I do remember you saying that, yeah.
Just stay away. Okay, my next one, and I'm going to be really brief because I know time's running long. Tony's Town Square Restaurant. This place gets slated and slated. I've never been. I've been inside it as part of a food tour I did, but I've actually never eaten. And to be honest, Italian food is not really up there in my go-to things because of basically pasta and me, nah. However, I have seen that they do have a really nice caprese insalata, amazing tomatoes, fresh basil, white balsamic pesto, arugula, $12. That's me set. I don't need anything else.
I have to say, I have seen a couple of vlogs in the last few months, Michelle, where people have gone and tried it purely on the basis of this hasn't got a very good reputation. And the ones that I've seen have come away going, oh, that wasn't as bad as what I was expecting it to be. So maybe it could be one of those little hidden gems. Who knows?
Some friends have recently eaten there and they were very, very impressed by it. Again, they had an amazing bread service with the fried mozzarella. For me, those are things I probably wouldn't go to. But yeah, looks good. Go on, where next for you, my love?
Magic Kingdom as well.
Okay.
Now, this isn't somewhere that I haven't eaten. This is somewhere that I have eaten before. And it's the Columbia Harbour House. Always love this little place. The menu has changed significantly since we were last there, and it's the New England shrimp boil that kind of jumped out at me. The shrimp and andouille sausage in that spicy broth that kind of screamed to me. But one of the main reasons that I like eating here is because you can go upstairs and it tends to be quiet up there. You just get a little bit of downtime, nice bit of chill time.
No, I agree. That's one place I always think, oh, I'll go there for the kids' salmon with the green beans, and I always forget.
Yeah, there's quite a few things. Maple mustard glazed salmon jumps out at me as well. So there's quite a lot in that menu that would appeal. But yeah, I just think again another one of those little hidden gems. Just go up the stairs, get some extra steps in. You might be surprised.
Yeah. Go on then, give me another one before I end with my finale.
Well, this is a finale one for me, and this is going over to the Grand Flow. So, yeah, Gasparilla Island Grill. Because I thought, you know what, it's somewhere nice to escape to, isn't it? If you're having a bit of a busy day in the Magic Kingdom, just nip out and have something a bit different. And I remember eating here years and years ago and being pleasantly surprised by it. And I just thought it's one of those little places you could go. You've got your burger, you've got sandwiches, and you've also got some nice salads as well. And again, I'm going to sound boring, but you can't really beat a Caesar salad with chicken. And if you just want something just nice and simple in a nice, lovely setting, again, away from it all for just half an hour, I think you can't beat that.
Sounds good.
Where are you off to then, your last one?
Well, these are the places I've never eaten at. I'll just quickly go through this and then I'll big finale.
Okay.
She says. Monsieur Paul at Epcot, never eaten there.
Expensive.
Yeah, that's why I've never eaten there. Restaurant Marrakesh, which is not operational at the moment.
No.
And I've not done Spice Road Table either.
Okay.
There's the Shikai Sai, which has replaced Tokyo Dining in Japan. So technically I've not eaten there. I have not done the whole very expensive Tekumite, the multi-course extravaganza. I've not done that. I've not eaten at Tutto Italia in Epcot either. Right. And then the last place I've never eaten at, and I have been told I will be eating there this summer, and I am not looking forward to it, Biergarten.
Why are you not looking forward to it?
Well, I've seen a few vlogs. Number one, it's the Yorkshire girl here. $49 per person plus tax and gratuity is kind of putting me off for about, I'm going to be paying about $60, $65. Bear in mind that I don't eat a great deal of food. Buffets do not mean value for me at all in any shape or form. They just don't. I just probably would eat maybe $10 worth of food. So that's one thing. The second thing is things like the traditional sausages and sauerkraut. I'm sorry, I am very sensory bound, and the smell and the look of these things just bring, no.
But you are eating there apparently.
I have to. I've been told I have to be a completionist to get everything knocked off my list. So I've been told I will be eating there. I am hoping to be packing out my plate with the rotisserie chicken, and I believe they are going to start bringing back the pork schnitzel because they changed it to a chicken schnitzel. It's now going to be a pork one, and it's going to be prepared on site. So that's something to look forward to. And I do gather that they have the most amazing apple strudel for dessert with like a vanilla creme anglaise with it.
Oh, that'll make up for all the sauerkraut then.
There will be no sauerkraut on my plate, I will tell you. Because of the issue I have with food at the moment, no alcohol. If I was able to partake in alcohol, it's where you can get the grapefruit lager from, which this beautiful Schofferhofer. Oh, but half a litre, $11, Jane. $11. I can buy a tin from Asda for £2.
Ouch.
So Aoi is so I've been told I'm eating there, so look forward to it, Patreons, because I will be doing an exclusive for you guys. And then add on top of that, there is participation entertainment.
But you don't have to participate.
I won't participate and be the entertainment. I remember what happened once when I went to go and see Guys in Disguise in Tunisia, and I entertained a little bit more than I should have done because I had been on alcohol, and my parents should have watched me closer because I was only 16.
Oops-a-daisy.
Yeah, but that's a story probably for Patreon, not for the main show. So guys, persuade me, help me, change my mind, please. Get me excited about going to Biergarten, please. Help.
Oh, please help Michelle. Please convince her.
hope. Anyway, that is this week's podcast. I hope you have enjoyed our musings, and please, as always, get in touch with us, info@disneydreamgirls.com, over on Instagram. Have a little look at what we're sharing over there from our trips and our obsession with Disney at DisDreamGirls. If you want the show early and you want exclusive podcasts just for you, patreon.com/DisneyDreamGirls. We would appreciate it. And in return, you don't just get this month's audio. Oh, no. You get all back episodes as well. So go back and enjoy. Anyway, until next time, it's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.